I invite you along with me on a journey to redefine, adopt, and traverse the actuary profession, unlocking the profession's true potential. Hello everyone, my name is Jemima Mawa from the Actuarial Society of Zambia. Today, my topic of study is pushing the boundaries of the actuarial profession towards and beyond the traditional pathway. Let's get into this. First of all, I'll talk about how actuaries can contribute to a better society. We'll then look at how new roles and institutions actuaries can apply their knowledge, and finally, I'll explain how they can contribute to risks and opportunities in climate issues. From this, we'll be able to broaden our view on the actuarial profession. So, let's get into this. So, I'd like to begin by defining who an actuary is. So, this is a professional who uses statistics and data to help manage and measure risk and uncertainty. Therefore, they empower people to navigate these with confidence. As the world becomes more data-driven, a wide range of organizations and data-based institutions understand the value that actuaries contribute. Firstly, they enable companies and individuals to make use of opportunities by quantifying risk, therefore putting a cost on it. A risk that has a cost will definitely be managed. Secondly, they help decision makers, for example, the government, to develop policies to reduce, manage, and transfer risk. They also help companies and organizations plan for their employees, for example, the number of working hours an employee should work for them to have productivity levels and achieve high goals.
Actuaries measure the effects and dangers of building materials used in construction, and also the risks of certain kinds of plumbing and wiring in housing. For example, because of actuaries, we know not to build brick houses in California because of earthquakes, but it's okay to build them in Zambia. Actuaries perform a critical behind-the-scenes role, which has allowed society to collectively make better decisions and subsequently improve society's quality of life.
Now, moving on to my next topic, which is new roles and institutions which actuaries can work in. Since we know that actuaries use statistical data to measure and manage risk, and we know that every organization experiences risk at any level, meaning actuarial scientists can work in any institution. Therefore, we know that where there's a risk, there is an opportunity. So now getting into it, an actuarial scientist can work in a private corporation, helping the management to make decisions on certain policies and certain rules that they can apply. Actuaries can also work in marketing and advertising. Through in-depth statistical analysis, actuaries guide companies on which marketing material would be more effective. They can also predict and consider behavior and guide on branding and marketing effectively. They can work in different sectors. They can work in manufacturing and banking as well as finance. Since we say that each institution involves risks at different levels, actuarial scientists can work in agriculture, they can work in energy, they can work in housing and development, they can work in making state and government policies, they can also work in transportation. Therefore, the actuarial profession is broader than it is shown. Let us work on actuarial science beyond insurance. This concludes my second point. Now let's turn to climate issues and how actuaries can help with their knowledge.
Firstly, climate change is a long-term shift in temperatures and weather patterns. These shifts may be natural, but since the 1800s, human activities have been the main driver of the climate change, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels, which produce heat-trapping gases. The effects of climate change are hotter temperatures, more severe storms, increased drought, food insecurity, and negative impact on human health and mortality. Climate change is a wicked problem in the sense that its solutions cause a rise to other problems which may be managed and quantified. It has wide-reaching implications for the work done by actuaries through its impacts on human health and mortality, the economy and financial stability, and the risks people and businesses face from natural disasters.
Therefore, actuaries should be mindful of the following risks. The first one is transitional risks. These are related to transitioning to a lower carbon economy or helping the world adapt to the effects of climate change. Secondly, they must be able to be aware of physical risks. These risks arise from the impact of climate change, for example, frequent damage of property due to flooding, resulting in higher number of insurance claims. Thirdly, liability risks. These are from third parties seeking compensation from the effects of climate change. For example, companies which are being sued for the impact of their greenhouse emissions. Therefore, actuaries need to take a step through the following. Firstly, by engaging the public in climate issues, by informing them and communicating the effects, causes, and implications of climate change to them. Secondly, they can collaborate with different organizations and institutions, bringing about different perspectives of this to the table, therefore making a collective view. Through this collective view, they can be used to improve governance and government policies in order to mitigate and reduce climate change. Furthermore, by monitoring and investigating which climate issues are particularly relevant to clients and stakeholders and their given businesses, they can be able to measure, manage the risks involved with these climate issues. Lastly, they can quantify qualitative climate risks by measuring and managing them, giving confidence to people, systems, organizations, and the world at large to navigate every single risk that is associated to climate change with confidence. Video, we talked about the contribution of the actuarial profession to society, new roles and institutions actuaries can apply their knowledge, and then we moved on to climate issues and how actuaries can help and contribute to risk and opportunities in this area. So as we conclude, the actuarial profession is so broad, just like medicine has studied the whole body, the whole human body. It's the same way the actuarial scientists can study everything involving risk, and there is risk in so many institutions and areas of life. Therefore, the bridge to tomorrow is an actuarial profession beyond insurance.